about this God? I mean, does it really make sense that we accept some things uncritically? That, oh yeah, Africa was pagan, didn't know God. No. God impacted the glory of God, the knowledge of God revealed in the burning bush, impacted the Africans so much that when Israelites were leaving Egypt to go to Canaan, there were so many Africans that joined the Israelites to go and worship Yahweh. In the Bible, you remember the group, the mixed multitude. Who do you think they were? Mixed multitude. Where did they come from? From China? My goodness. Can you imagine? No, sir. Can you imagine? We're talking Egypt. We're talking Africa. We're talking African people interacting with Israelites, and God called Israelites out, and the Africans said, we will join you to worship Yahweh. And became part of the children of Israel because they intermarried with them and they became one with them. So I can declare to you, and I have testimony to share with you, that the Israelites and the Africans somehow have mixed up in history. So you may be carrying Israel gene in your blood, and the Israelites may be carrying African gene in your blood. That's how it was, because you had mixed multitude. There were so many that the Bible didn't take the time to number them. That's how many they were mixed with the Israelites. If you're puzzled, I'll give you homework. Go home, put in the Lemba tribe of the Bantu people. In short, the Lemba tribe on the internet. South Africa. And they, for so long, have said, we are descendants of Aaron. Aaron, the brother of Moses in the Bible. Africans, Lemba. Lemba. And everybody said, no, you must be crazy. Black people, descendants of Aaron? Crazy. Lemba, the Lemba tribe. And then one day, I have it on my thing. I have a video, 15 minutes video on that. Diane Sawyer did 60 minutes. Remember 60-minute program? Diane Sawyer. And one day, the Lemba tribe of Africa. And they did a scientist. There was a time, a ritual that was supposed to be done, and this African said, we are of the priestly tribe of Israel, and we want to perform this ritual. We are part of Israel. They said, no, you can't. And so finally, a businessman with money sponsored a scientist, white scientist, to put this thing to rest. Test it and put it to rest. Go and take the DNA of the Lemba people and the priestly tribe of Israel and do a DNA analysis. And they came out of the lab and announced that the DNA of the Lemba and the Koheni tribe of Israel is a match. You get it on the internet. And you can trace it back to the Bible, back to history, because they have been intermingling and intermixing between the Africans and the Israelites way back to the time of Israel in Egypt. And let me give you another, and this scientific reason. Let me give you cultural reason. You remember in the Bible, you had Joseph made a coat of many colors. No, Jacob made a coat of many colors for Joseph, remember? Yeah, all right. And coat of many colors. When you hear that, what is that? Coat of many colors really is a kind of clothing that Africans use up to today. They call it kente garment. Kente garment. And you know how they wear it, how I knew that was what they're referring to in the New Testament, when an angel, remember when angel went to jail to get Peter out of jail, remember? You know how he did it? The angel told him, get up. He got up. He said, put on your garment. And the language is, cast your garment about thee. He didn't say wear your coat or your robe or it says cast your garment about thee. That's how the Africans wear their kente garment. You wrap it. Yeah. It's exactly the same way the Israelites wore their clothing. The African, same culture. All right, another example. Remember when they were coming out of Egypt? Remember when the Israelites were coming out of Egypt and God gave them manna from heaven? Remember? And you know the meaning of manna? You know what manna means? Manna means, what is this? It's like Adventists looking at vegetarian food. What is this? But this is the point. When God was giving them manna, food from heaven, these people said, we don't want or like the food from heaven. What we want, he said, we remember when we were in Egypt, Africa, and we ate the African food. And food is what? Culture. So here you have the Africans intermingling, the Israelites intermingling with the Africans, the Egyptians, and adapting their culture. So you can see the interaction right there. Africa. So that's where the Israelites sojourned or migrated to and interacted with the African people for a long time. So did Africa know God? Long before European missionaries made it to the continent of Africa in 1471, the knowledge of God was already in the land. And I'm not talking about the knowledge of a frog goddess or a stone god. I'm talking about the knowledge of the true God of creation, the God of Adam, the God of Ham, and the God of Melchizedek. Melchizedek, the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom the Jews call Yahweh, Ghanaians call Yahweh, or Germans call Yahweh, Ghanaians call Yahweh. Same God with the same root word or same sound. In the Ghanaian culture, the knowledge of the true God as a creator was transmitted through oral tradition from generation to generations, just like the biblical people. Now, in those days, our people did not write. They kept their concept and knowledge in their brain, and they transmitted it from parents to children. And it seems as if that's how black folks still, how they operate. You realize that we are oral traditional people. Europeans are a written cultural people. In other words, they write more than we do. We talk, they write. You didn't get it. They are written traditional people. They write stuff. They write. That's what they say. If you want to hide something from black man, what? Put it in a book. Not that we are not smart or we love to hear more than read. Even in those days, remember, in those days when we used to have, before GPS, and we had MapQuest, remember? We had MapQuest, and we will print the direction. We will print the direction, put it in our car, and we will be driving, and we will not be satisfied with what we read. We have to go to the gas station and ask gas station. We get the direction. But for us, no, we got to hear this thing here. We don't hear this thing here. It doesn't sound like it's taking me to the right place, Oral tradition. That's how oral tradition works. Europeans are more written tradition. They write. They write everything. And so it